So this was about the VTuber who ruined VTuber ruined his reputation by trying to make a profit. So basically, they were trying to resell a model that they owned. At least through like my knowledge, I don't know that much about it, but like I remember seeing this like a couple weeks ago. But I was waiting for someone to kind of like tackle the situation itself, kind of run down the whole situation, kind of like give like a brief summary and about the whole, you know, about the whole thing itself. Yeah. Oh yeah, apparently a lot of people did not like about the Snow White movie.
Alright, so boom. Remember when I said this?
Acknowledge that you made a mistake and apologize, and try to make sure it doesn't happen again.
Yeah.
DDVT, a content creator I personally like, is a good example of this in my opinion.
Well, yeah, I didn't really age well. Edie has done some things that made niggas turn their head and push some people over the edge, leading to Needy's graduation, air quote.
Wait, she graduated? Question mark? Hey, doctor.
I'm going to talk about it and do my usual clowning.
Damn, Static Tokyo.
So for those that don't know, Edie, aka Juliet, does this thing where she will buy and adopt, or design, rig it, and do giveaways with the supposed motive of helping someone boost their VTuber escapades.
Uh-huh.
Now sometimes they will take a design or model, rig it, and then resell it with the rig fee included, which means they're selling it for higher than they bought it, which...
Oh.
Doesn't seem like an issue, but in this case, and in cases in the past, which I don't think I will touch on in this video to be honest, became a problem. So you see what had happened was, Needy bought a design that was priced at 4 bands. However, with Mau Mau, the seller, having medical issues, she agreed to have it lowballed and sold it to Needy for 2K.
I think I'm about to steal!
But then, Needy went and sold it to another person at 4K.
This shit is actually trash!
Which is weird, considering that the original price for the model was 4K, but she paid 2K for it. That seems like some PS5 scalper shit. Now,
we're getting scalpers in the VTuber community now? Oh, we have... What has happened? What has happened to this world, dude? Oh, dude, everything, literally everything is getting scalped now. Oh my goodness gracious me, dude. We're so done. Scalpers, even in the VTuber community. I never thought I would say those words out of my mouth ever. I was like, you know what? I see the GPU shit. Yeah, kind of shitty. I'm not gonna lie. The console shit, very shitty as well. The Pokemon cards, very shitty as well. Now we're seeing VTuber models now. Oh my god. I can't believe it, man.
I'm gonna hold you. Edie then also charged an extra 1,000 for add-ons. The seller was cool with charging 2K plus.
How do you ask what's a glass of water? How do you ask what a glass of water is doing? What are you doing? Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
The 1K for the extra add-ons.
This motherfucker.
Not 4K plus the 1K. And when Mau Mau went and
This
brought this up with
motherfucker.
Needy was basically saying that.
All right, let me see. So let's check out the DMs. Let's read out the DMs here. Hey, there was something I need to speak with you about on that topic. All right, I'm listening. Sterling told me you charge 4,000K plus the additional amount for your add-ons. Now the additional 1K for the add-ons is totally fine. However, it's unfair of you to charge her. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. It's unfair that you have charged her the original price of 4K since you only paid 2,000 for it. That's unfortunate, still charging more than what you paid for. It was fine. It was fine in terms of charging for add-ons. Never did I think it was okay to include the original price in the charge because you didn't pay for that. Now, if you had charged 2K since that what you had paid plus an additional fee for the add-ons you gave, that would have been okay. I can understand that definitely, but I was upfront that I would be selling her for more, and the artist is okay with that, with what I did. I had no intentions of keeping the model for myself. I just bought her to send some funds your way to help you. And I even mentioned I'd do so again in the future after my trip. I'm still very willing to do so. I never would have touched the model of not for the intentions to help you out a little. I was upfront with it being a low ball, and that I would sorry, it's kind of hard to see the bottom part. I would understand if you didn't want to, but you said the discount was the discount was fine, and you said it was up here on the right. Oops, sorry about that. And you said me selling for her for more is fine. I said it was fine under the assumption it would only be charged for the add-ons. Makes sense. The artist and the manager said they couldn't help with this situation, but that I needed to take it up with you. I can't help what you assumed. I was very open and transparent about my intentions. I'm sorry to disappoint you. You cannot message this user because you are not verified. What the fuck?
They were upfront the whole time, other than not saying how much they were actually going to resell it for.
True.
And stated that they were straightforward about it being lowballed, which is true. Needy did lowball that shit, which I think personally is a weird thing to do, especially knowing that Mau, the seller, has medical issues. But again, just my opinion. Turns out the shoddy that sold it to Needy wasn't even supposed to sell it in the first place because they didn't finish paying for it.
Oh. Wait, they didn't finish paying for it. Wait, this person is just so sad for me. I reached out to you to tell you the person selling the model didn't have permission to give assets to you because they hadn't paid for the model, and they also hadn't been cleared by the artist who made them. You choose to not care or even attempt to dig into that. I cannot believe your intentions were solely good here. You sold the model for 2.5 times what you paid for for it without permission from any of the artists involved and neglected checking. When I reached out to you, you might have cleared things with the model artist, and I'm glad for her sake, but now there are several other artists who just had their works passed out without permission. You also never consider the person who made this design through all of this, and were just planning to make changes to the design without asking them either. Just overall not cool. I'm sorry.
Anna, who's the person who had the model originally, went out and tried telling Needy, hey, maybe don't, because the person that sold it to you didn't even pay it completely off yet, and they can't see this as completely good intentions due to Needy not even going to the artist first and asking if she can resell, and even blocked Anna when they reached out privately.
Ah, goodness gracious me. You see why I kind of like do my own thing, chat? You know, I kind of like do my own shenanigans.
Mau and Anna did manage to hash things out though. Just to be clear, Mau was formerly known as Kent, so that's why that's why I'm saying a different name than what's shown in the screenshot.
Ah, okay.
But here's the kicker. Nobody even went to the designer of the model, Buggy.
So I didn't want to comment in it because there's something that should stay private, but it's kind of sad that no one really considers design artists in these situations. I created the tiger to begin with, and no one ever asks me if it's okay to resell for more or edit my work. It's disheartening, especially because as a design artist, you already have people telling you your work isn't worth the amount they sell for. Though I understand your work is also valuable, the people who people make mistakes. Do not ask and make assumptions. Let this be a message to everyone and to respect everyone involved.
And asked if it was okay.
Nah, this your community. What do you have to say on behalf of the VTuber delegation? Shut your bitch ass up. This motherfucker.
resell or edit their work anyway.
Boy, ain't no fucking way, boy.
And let me clarify that a designer and a model artist can be the same person, but in this case,
Yeah.
it isn't.
Yeah.
Buggy made the design, and an artist by the name of Morningstar made the model. Morningstar also made a statement on the matter, basically saying that they agreed that whoever bought it from Edie can use it, and they're also now applying stricter rules in the TOS about reselling. The communication is, como se dice, non-existent. Now, you're probably looking at this and wondering, well, if it was all around a shit show, why is Needy getting fucking haymaker to the point that she graduated? Well, if you look above Anna's...
Wait, did she actually graduate? Question mark?
Needy getting fucking haymaker to the point that...
Wait, she actually graduated? What? Let me see. Hold on. Can I see real quick? Let's take a look, shall we? Is this... Yeah, this is her. They changed their profile picture. Holy shit, dude. They changed their profile picture. Making a comeback on other platforms. JFC, stay tuned. So she is technically graduated, but technically not graduated. Interesting. Very interesting.
She graduated. Well, if you look above Anna's tweet we just talked about, you see that they were responding to a tweet that was deleted by a user. That user being Needy.
Type shit.
Now, since I've been around the block, I happen to screenshot these tweets before they were deleted. And what I mean by been around the block, I mean I like making the editing process easier on my life, so I screenshot things that are interesting, because if I don't, I'll end up making love to a shotgun. Here, I'm obviously not going to read all of this word for word, so please read them for yourself and form your own opinion. I'll try.
Holy shit. I woke up to a lot of people very angry at me about selling the model for more than I paid, so I shall explain myself. I shall address the concerning of specifically in the post. From a giveaway content creator to flip for profit. Yes, I am no for giveaways. It was even my intention to give away the model, but forgive me it for once in my life. I tried doing something for myself for my trip. She's always begging for money, but always doing this and buying adopts. Well, you're half correct. The reason I'm always broke is because I spend my entire paycheck on giveaways. The second I get money, I give it away to others. You can see if you're in my community that I always have some giveaways active. I know manage money poorly, but I don't really see how that makes me a bad person. Well, it just makes you kind of like terrible with money making, to be honest, if you're always poor all the time. You know, especially if someone like, you don't have to make a giveaway. I think you're doing the giveaway or so to gain more relativity, like more people follow you for your giveaways. Those people are just there for your giveaway stuff. They're not really there for you, basically. At the end of the day, they're kind of like waiting for you to do your giveaway and stuff like that, you know. I think that's kind of like the problem, you know. Like, I guess you could say like her fan base is like kind of like not real, I guess, like in that sort of nature, because she's kind of like using the giveaway or so to gain more popularity, you know. Maybe they should lay off the giveaways, and if they don't even have the money for themselves, yeah, nonstop giveaways is a counterproductive. It's like they're kind of like just kind of using it. So when you're doing a giveaway, this motherfucker, I ain't fucking rich, bro. Let's see. She convinces the artist to do fan art of the models and then sell them for profit. Very incorrect. The model have a set price, and the fan art event is completely optional. The artists aren't forced to take a part in it. They choose to. They have a lot of fun doing it. They chat amongst each other and share work in progress, and get to see the new owner space when I give the model to them for free. Only once ever have I sold a model that was attached to a fan art event. The other two were completely free giveaways as a way to give back to the community, both artists and VTubers. It's not fair that she takes them and sells them for more because people who really wanted them can't get them. That's not really my fault. You're free to save up and get a custom model of your dreams instead of buying my adopts, and I do a lot for people who can't get models on their own. That's a very interesting sentence to say there. Yeah, okay. I provide many giveaways for models as well as very cheap $10 pre-made models that I also give away. I always try to do things for those who can't do it on their own. I'm sorry if I take your dream one, but I offer many ways for other models or designs. So she's saying like, oh, I'm sorry I took away your model that you were trying to save up money for, but I can do way more, you know, for people. What happens if someone was trying to save up a model or so from a certain somebody, but then you bought it, and then now you're just like kind of like doing that shit, you know? It kind of makes you, you know, so, like there was models or so. I think I remember seeing her or so, right? Like there was a model or so that was pretty interested or so from a certain like designer or so, but I think someone bought it or so. Model scalping. Yeah, it's basically like scalping, like kind of like in some sort of degree with this, you know? Let's see. So back to the issue itself. I sold the model for its original asking price, plan to rig the second model inside. My base non-skeb rigging price is $350, not including the amount of expressions, toggles, outfits it might come with, and the fee I charge for extra things like eye jiggles and expressive ears. Then I purchased things for it from. I purchased things from it from designs artists that are $320. And some extra things I wanted to get when the redesigned art was finished. I was putting my own money into the model and my own time and effort, so I raised the price. And yes, I wanted some profit for my trip. I thought it would be okay since I got the model at such a high at such a high discount. Interesting. All right, bro is nowadays admitting you are wrong that hard. I guess it's hard to admit that you're wrong. You know, what you did is kind of shitty, you know? But with how the article said, it's way worse. Scalp the whole market, do one giveaway. I'm doing for the community. Like there's people who want to buy models. Like some people just want to try to save up money for a model, but then like these other people buy the model or so, and then like, you know, do giveaways or resell the model, you know? All right, let me continue here. I thought it would be okay as long as I didn't go over the original asking price. Okay. I messed up just assuming that I should have asked the artist to be sure instead of previous owner. I had zero intention on keeping her at first. I informed the previous owner that I would either give her away or sell her for more, and they said it was fine. I did go check the artist's TOS, and it says you can't resell the model without asking. But I assumed since the model had already been sold multiple times that it was fine. Not that it needs to be asked every single resell. Okay. But now I sit back and think that does make sense. I made a mistake in judgment. That's my fault for misunderstanding, and I have contacted the artist to see what I can do to make it better. All is well, and it will be handled. I will do what the artist wants, refund it, or whatever needs done, and that's all there is to it. I made a mistake, and I'm making it better with the artist. It doesn't really concern anyone else that isn't involved, and I don't deserve the intention you're putting on me. I do overall give and help the community. Not take. I hope 3 years of me giving models and designs to people in need could show that this was the one time I tried to do something for myself for my trip. Let me reword that. For my trip. And I see it's against TOS and I'm fixing it. I'm really sorry for the inconvenience and misunderstanding. What happened to just like, you know, she does commissions. I'm like, how come you just don't like, you know, work hard and just save up money for your trip, you know?
I just can't do it. I can't take this shit no more, man.
Why don't they just make their own models if they want to sell models and help the community so badly? Maybe it just takes too much time. Probably.
I'm obviously not going to read all of this word for word, so please.
Let me see. So let's take a look at some of these other ones real quick. So the artist has responded. Everything has been solved. All as well. No need for the drama and the mean, hateful callouts. The situation is solved. Tying up loose ends with the previous owner still, but the artist and I are good. Their TOS is fine. The model is fine. The new owner is in love with the model. All is well. Just misunderstanding. I'm always 10,000% willing to fix my mistakes. Hey, I'm still getting quote retweets and other posts made about me. The artist and I are good. It doesn't concern you guys. Well, you shouldn't be continuing to respond to these people, you know. I have owned up to what I did. If you wish to see me in some evil light, I can't change your mind. I won't argue you. I'm just blocking and moving on. I only hope that my community knows me better and decides to stay, even if you disagree with my actions, just as I do for others. I may not agree with what they post or how they handle things or when they make a mistake, but I don't call them out and shit on them or unfollow them or make them feel like a scum on the earth, say they need to be canceled. I can't change their mind. I don't think this deserves to be canceled, but that's just my personal opinion. And I won't argue them. So if you see their post, just ignore them. No use making some huge trending VTuber drama when it's already been settled by me and the artist. Okay, this is just kind of like basically... Okay, this is just kind of like giving the rundown or so of everything, and then something, and think people about like blocking, and then like all this other. Let me see. Wait, what is this? The new owner is fine with it, and I said I would keep this in mind in future biddings. Oh wait, so they bid? Wait, they bid for the models for her when she does this shenanigans? But you're crazy if you think I'm not allowed to bid on adopts that I love and adore because of the money I have. If I see an adopt I love, I want my name on it as the rigger. So I buy it and turn it into my model, yes, with affordable pricing and extremely flexible payment plans. Like $1 a year if needed type payment plans. I don't just take every adopt and do that. I do the ones I really adore only. I think it's unfair. I am not allowed to have those or bid on the designs I really love and bring them to life and give away or sell. Sell for cheaper. This is in parentheses. Sell for cheaper than if you were to order it directly from my artist. Then to me as the rigger, it's cheaper in the bundle. I see it no different from those who hoard designs because they like them so much and want them so badly. I want these adopts so bad, but I don't want the designs to sit in a folder, so I just attach my name to it as the rigger and watch it come to life. It's a beautiful process and I want to be a part of that. If you don't like that, I do that. If you don't like that, if you don't like that, I do that. Sorry, this person wrote it out like that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry you feel that way. This is what I like doing, so we just need to go our separate ways. No point making call-out posts and getting mad at me for blocking you. I have the right to block whoever I want and whatever reason I wish to get over this whole blocking issue where we can't block people we want. Interesting. So basically, let's say for example, right? She's the VTuber, right? She has all this money in the world, right? Let's say for example, somebody, let's say for example, the name Samantha, right? Let's say Samantha wants to become a VTuber, right? She sees a model design that she thinks is cute. Julie, needy VT, right, sees the same design as well. They start bidding at the same time, but only the Samantha doesn't have that much money or so. She saved up enough money to get a certain model, but she doesn't have that much money. Needy, who's a VTuber who has a lot of money or so, has plenty of money to burn, right? So she outbids Samantha because she decides to pick up this model because she thinks it's cute and she wants to put her name as the rigger, you know? Because she wants to put her name as the rigger. Even though Samantha wanted to be a VTuber and she saw a really cute model design, but unfortunately this person, you know, outbid her, you know? Even though she's kind of doing it for the wrong reasons, you know? Needy is kind of doing it for the wrong reasons, you know? To a degree, you know? To any artists who made side art for the model and were not okay with it being sold, I don't know why you allowed it to be passed around before, but now have an issue with it. But if you DM me about it, I can help figure it out. I'm not reading any of the call out posts. I just straight blocked them. I can't handle reading the things some of you are saying. So for my own mental health, yeah, okay, yeah. It's just send it in. I'll take it back to the owner. Let the art sit in limbo. Okay, let me see. Hold on. What was it? Then just send me DMs and I'll take it back from the owner and let the art sit in limbo. But just know I didn't add your art and in the sale price. I just handed that over for free to the new owner. I was just selling the model and extra things that I personally commission and have permission for. Like, this is all a huge misunderstanding and can easily be resolved in DMs. Yeah, it can be easily resolved, but at the end of the day, it's like, it's kind of like I don't know. It just kind of feels like scalping, you know, because you're kind of doing it for a trip, you know, like some kind of trip that you're going somewhere for vacation, you know.
Please read them for yourself and form your own opinion. I'll try to summarize and then I'll give my opinion on why Shotty got her back blown out. You can tell me yours in the comments. Needy starts off by saying that she is aware that she is known as the giveaway person.
Ah, you motherfucker, you read the entire thing while I was reading it too. I hate you so much.
Till it wins money.
And that she wanted to do a giveaway for the model she just showed, but this time she wanted to do something for herself and her trip. Now there's a fundamental issue here. Okay?
Yep, there it is. That's the problem right there. Thank you for the follow. Welcome. There's the problem right there. She did it all for the trip. They're sounding more and more like a scalper by the second.
Because the trip she is talking about is a lie, kinda. She isn't going anywhere.
I'm about to bomb this whole.
Wait, hold up a second. My Korean trip is less than 2 months from now. I'd really like to gather some funds to throw it into my savings for the trip in case of emergencies. Also for food and fun activities. My savings will never be touched for giveaways and such, so don't worry about me spending it, but I could really use as much help as I can get, as this trip will be 3 months long. Please consider helping me. Any amount helps and I will pay it forward as usual over time through giveaways. Links in the comments.
Talking about is a lie.
Oh, you're in Korea? That's awesome. Sadly, I won't be going there. I'm bringing a Korean to me. Heh. It's just easier to call it a Korean trip. Oh, God, where's that face palm? Where's that face palm meme that I need or so right now? Fucking just kind of like, oh God. I need to put that as a redeem, I swear. Then to say a trip for my boyfriend to come visit me in America from Korea. Heh. So you're telling me that you're paying a trip of your boyfriend coming to visit you from Korea to America instead of you going to Korea. So you're paying your boyfriend's trip to come to America. I don't care what gender it is. I think it's kind of weirder so to pay someone else's trip to come visit you, you know? I'm just saying, you know. If that's your boyfriend, shouldn't he save up money or so to come visit you instead of you trying to save up money for him so he can visit you? Yeah, take care, Kikage. Get some good rest. Get some good rest, hon. Be safe. Be safe. Get some good rest. Interesting.
Kinda. She isn't going
I'm
anywhere.
about to bomb this whole motherfucking plane.
She's actually talking about her Korean boyfriend visiting her. And when people ask, yo, why the fuck did you word it that way? Shawty was like, oh, it's just easier to say I'm going on a trip.
Is this nigga serious? Serious or what?
Nigga, what? It's easier to mislead and basically lie to an audience that you even ask for donations from? I'm starting to actually think y'all lack intelligence. Needy then responds to claims that she is always begging for money, but then buying a lot of adopts.
Wait a second. Hold up.
Needy then
She's always begging for money, but always doing this and buying adopts. Well, you're half correct. The reason I'm always broke is because I spent my entire paycheck on giveaways. Yeah, this is from the tweet. The second I get money, I give it away to others. You can see it if you're in my community that I always have some giveaway active. I know I manage money poorly, but I don't really see how that makes me a bad person. It doesn't make you a bad person. It just makes you really bad at money handling, you know? Like you don't need to do a giveaway every fucking time, dude, that you like when you get paid, dude. It's, dude.
in response to claims that she is always begging for money, but then buying a lot of adopts.
Look, man, I'm poor, but I'm not here. I'm not gonna beg money for my audiences whatsoever. I always tell my audiences, if you're gonna donate, make sure you have enough for yourself to buy a video game, to pay a bill, to pay your phone bill, your insurance, anything. Okay, same thing if you're gonna subscribe to me. I always say the same thing every single time. Make sure you have enough for yourself. Okay, you don't need to do it. Okay, all right. I'm very much appreciated, right? Because that money is gonna go towards, you know, things for the stream. Anything that I earn from YouTube and Twitch goes back to the stream, which I've been saving up anyway, so which is usually buying new games for the stream, you know, maybe some new emotes, which we are getting some new emotes. Plus also I have some other special surprises too as well. No, not E6 for Reno. This motherfucker. I also got some other special surprises that I've been working behind the scenes or so, but I'm not gonna unveil any of that sort of nature because that's all special surprises. That's gonna be for you guys. It's gonna be for you guys for special surprises. So I can't unveil that one. That's a little bit shh, you know, that's hush hush. That's money that I've been saving up for a while. So but yeah, it's just like, I don't know, man. I get it. Her heart is kind of basically in the right place, but like her mentalness of trying to understand and solve it or so is not really there. Because if you look at it logically or so, right, the way how she's kind of like doing all this stuff, it's kind of like, you know. Already drained us OGs of our money. That's why I be calling her a suck. Shut your bitch. Shut the fuck. Shut up, man. You're such a fucking lying ass piece of shit. I swear to God.
He combats this by saying that she knows she is bad at money management and that the reason she is broke is due to her spending their entire paycheck on giveaways.
Stop it.
Maybe stop.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I know it sounds weird. Hey, gang.
No, because you want to know something, because you can let me play devil's advocate, right? With this specific sentence, right? She's doing giveaways every single time, right? She's doing it for the kindness of her heart because a lot of people don't have VTubers. But at the same time, you're doing these giveaways so you can get more followers who will interact with your social media stuff and get more traction and become more popular. And then they'll come see you when they, you know, it's like, oh, what are you getting the giveaway? Oh, when are you going to do the giveaway? Oh, you know, that means these people are not actually like basically your true audiences, you know? That's what I'm saying. You know, that's the devil's advocate that you can say like, but you can also say this and then you can say that, you know? Thank you for the follow. Welcome. So that's basically is what I'm like conjunction here, you know, in this situation, you know. she's just kind of using the giveaway. You know, you can say like, oh, she's kind of using the giveaway to kind of like, you know, become famous. You know, become a famous VTuber. You know, instead of like, you know, liking her for her personality or her gaming skills or her anything. You know, so.
Money in your pocket sometimes. You stop doing that shit. They then go on to say they don't see how that makes them a bad person. Now, me personally, that's not what makes me view them as a bad person per se.
Yeah.
The fact you lowballed someone, didn't communicate clearly enough about how much you're actually reselling it for, didn't talk to the model or design artist, in fact, even blocked the original owner when they tried to talk to you privately about the matter, that's probably why niggas are looking at you sideways. She also addresses the claim that she convinces artists to do fan art for the models and then sells them for profit. She claims that that just straight up isn't true, and that the fan art events are optional for artists to do. And out of the 3 times she hosted this fan art event alongside a model, only once was the model sold at a set price, where the other 2 were given away completely for free. Needy also responds to the people that say it's unfair that she buys and outbids people for designs and then sells them for more. She basically says, shit, sounds like a you problem. She didn't say it like that. That would have been a dickhead. But, you know, you can read it on the screen. Use your eyeballs. She then goes on to say that they are free to save up and get a custom model of their dreams instead of buying a DOPS, which I'm not gonna lie, that seems like a dickhead response, low-key.
That is a very dickhead response, to be honest. Hello, what is it? Strawl? Welcome, or so. Pretty good. Same old every single day. We're just taking a look at a video right now.
You basically told the nigga to do a money spread. Beauty then goes on to say that they do a lot of things for those who can't do it on their own. My opinion, statement kind of feels like a deflection to me personally. Kind of like, yeah, I'm sorry I took the last scoop of ice cream that you were gonna eat, but I'm gonna give it away to someone else because I'm a good human. It's like, well, damn, yeah, I mean, that's cool, but I still want my ice cream though.
Yeah, it's not even that. It's just like the perspective that I did before, right? It's like if needy VT, right, and then Samantha, who doesn't have a VTuber model, right, saved up a good amount of money, right, because they see this one. Let's say for example, this one Twitter person, right, makes custom, like makes, you know, design models, right, but they sell them at a good decent price, right. So then needy, you know, sees it and it's cute. Samantha sees it, it's cute. And then they're like battling each other for the bidding or so, right? They're kind of like bidding the price or so. But then Needy wins the actual bid or so because she has more money compared to Samantha, you know? So
explains why she resold the model for more than double the dinero. She claims that she sold the model for the original asking price, which I think is weird considering she got it for like half off basically. And then she planned to rig the model also, which would be like $350, not including the amount of expressions, toggles, and other shit. They then purchased stuff from other design artists for around $320. Oh yeah, she was also redesigning the design without asking. And since Needy was putting their own money and time into the model, the price was raised. Now, in my opinion, her raising the price for doing all this makes sense. However, if you continue to read the statement, Needy literally says she read the artist's TOS and saw that you can't resell the model.
Are you fucking dumb?
So, like, why didn't you read that shit before you bought it? She claims that since the model was resold once before, which was to Mau Mau, that buying it from Mau Mau and then reselling it herself would be fine. And now that she thinks about it, she realizes that doesn't make any sense. She understands her mistake and she is contacting the artist and doing what needs to be done for this to be corrected. And then says that the one time they tried doing something for themselves, which is they're talking about their quote-unquote trip, which wasn't even really a trip, but whatever.
Yeah.
And then now that she sees this against TOS, she is going to fix it. And then of course, goes and delete this whole tweet. And while yes, some people definitely were going apeshit because that's just how the internet is, Edie was blocking basically anyone that was critical of her in any way. Even deleting stuff when people try bringing it up. Now I'm going to be real, as shitty as this whole situation is, Edie somehow figured out a way to dig it even deeper.
What are you doing? What do you, how do you manage to dig even deeper in the situation that you're in now? How? Explain this to me, how you managed to do this.
How exactly? Talking on stream. And I think we all remember what happened last time she talked on stream. Now, she proceeds to go on stream and say and do some rather odd things, in my opinion.
And I'm just so bumfuzzled. Why why I'm getting attacked and not the original owner who sold it to me and told me I have permission to sell it for higher, and who still owes the previous owner money.
Yeah, Jesus Christ.
Like, why would you say that out loud? There was other things in this VOD as well. She was reading things under her posts and blocking people. Granted, some of those niggas did deserve a block, but she even said that she is kind of just blocking without looking at what is being said.
Calling me out, 'cause I won't see it if you call me out. Like I said, I read the first line and then I just block.
The intelligence of human beings. I read the first line, I don't like it, I block it without reading the rest. I take my time when it comes to like reading stuff, okay? So, granted, if I don't have time, I'm not gonna read it at that very moment, you know? But I'll come back to it later. But I can't get through everybody, especially in the comment sections or so on my YouTube channel. Like, I'll read some of the comments, but at the end of the day, I have to keep working and, you know, keep, you know, making content, you know? Shitty content anyways.
And even in the VOD admitted to her fuck up. Now, in my opinion, Needy could have honestly came back from this. There's people that have come back from way worse. The whole graduating, but not really graduating, since you're active on Twitch and Discord still, and locking your Twitter account, I feel like didn't need to happen. I think if Needy just went, ah, shit, my bad, and then just did the steps of correcting it without going on stream and talking about it. Moral of the story is, Needy didn't communicate properly, and when that happens, you know, you end up upselling a model that shouldn't have been resold in the first place. Redesigning a model that can't be redesigned without asking. You for some reason block people that tried to tell you, hey, maybe don't do that. You also in a VOD said that you put somewhere around 1,000 of your own money to get things made for it.
That's because I did take 2,000 that I did not put art into, but I did put 1,000 worth of art into. But I was upfront about that I was gonna sell for more, and I did get approval from the model artist.
And if my math serves me correctly, factoring the time you said you wanted to rig it, that would approximately be 350 plus 320 plus 1,000 plus 2,000, 3.8k that it should have actually been sold for if you were to upsell it. But for some reason, you decided to upsell at the original price that you didn't pay for. I don't get it. Just be thorough, be 100% honest, and yeah, that's kind of my general consensus. It seems that Needy did pay everyone back, and due to a lot of people not rocking with her, she claims that she did indeed refund as much as she could from people that had commissioned stuff, which led to a lot of things she wanted to do with her partner visit to be canceled.
I'm not sure what they think is too far. I know, like, me losing my job, I thought that would be, you know, probably the furthest part. But they just keep going. They're not stopping. Absolutely. They do. It seems they do want me dead. At this point, it's not holding me accountable, refunding the academy and stuff. They want to take everything that I have. I don't have any more left to give. I'm already negative. I don't have anything. My whole wedding now is canceled. My trip is not canceled, but I can't go to the resorts. I can't go on the hikes. I can't do any of the tourist things that I wanted to do.
What do you mean you can't go on a hike? You can go on a hike. What's wrong with going on a hike? Just like get your car, you know? Take your boyfriend, take your girlfriend, fucking like bring like, I don't know, some like essential stuff and then go on a hike. Like, do you not have a hike or so that doesn't charge money? Question mark. What? Where do you live? That's so bougie, where you have to pay yourself to go on a hike. Just take a hike. No, you take a hike. But welcome. They have never been sniped by a chancla, and it shows. Yeah, true.
The whole trip is completely canceled because I can't afford it now.
Who said you need to afford her so to go to a resort as well? Like, this is the things that she was planning to do with him?
I don't have any more left to give. I'm already negative. I don't have anything. My whole wedding now is canceled. My trip is not canceled, but I can't go to the resorts.
The resorts? S as in plural? Resorts? More than one? More than one resort? Oh, gee. Oh, Jesus Christ. Oh, my Lord. Bro, you don't need to do fancy shit with your significant other, man. Like, bro, money don't solve everything, man.
I can't go on the hikes. I can't do any of the tourist things that I wanted to do.
Wait. You can't do any of the tourist things, but you live there though. But you should know at least some good spots or so for your boyfriend to come with you to hang out and have some good times. Like, I live in my city and I know some places where I can go that doesn't cost a shit ton of money, you know? If I ever have a girlfriend or a boyfriend that comes visit me, I can just take them to these places, you know, that doesn't really cost that much, you know?
The whole trip is completely canceled because I can't afford it now.
It's kind of a big deal. What do y'all think? I'll try my best to link as many sources as possible so you can see this all for yourselves, because I'm not your fucking father. From your own opinion, some people think she's like victimizing herself. Some people think
she is. She's kind of victimizing at the very end. It's like, oh, my wedding is canceled, you know. Oh, I can't take him to the resort. Oh, I can't take him to a hike, you know. Oh, I can't do this. Oh, I can't do that. You know, it's just like, I'm like, you don't have to do all this crazy shit with your boyfriend, you know? Like, he just wants to spend time with, if he loves you, the time that he spends with you is the most cherishable moments, okay? I don't understand, man. I don't know, man. I can never understand young people these days. I cannot. Walking is free. What if you want to speed it up? Just run.
People gone too far, you know. Don't go hating on Needy though,
no,
because that's some bitch shit.
Yeah,
some people
yeah.
have already took it too far,
yeah,
in my opinion, with, you know, the name calling and the threats.
No, I'm not gonna do any of that stuff.
It does appear that effort has or is being made to correct everything, but you know, people on the internet will keep punching until there's nothing left. All right, I'm gonna start yapping. Bye.
Take care, Sal. Yeah, no, 100%. There's no point of name calling her or calling her whatever, or tell her to KYS or anything of that stuff. No. There's no point of doing that, to be honest. Like, she's definitely, like, she did something bad, you know, and you know, you're gonna get criticized for it, you know. It's just simple as that, you know. It's just, it is what it is. That's the only thing, you know. I personally don't really care at the end of the day, you know. I don't know her very well. It's not like I hate her or anything like that. It's like, oh, I condemned her, get her canceled and everything. No, I don't really care. But like, the thing that you did or so, right, is like kind of like, and also the response that you made or so made kind of sound like a bit of a dick. I ain't gonna lie. So, you know, but yeah, I knew about this situation itself. And that's the only thing. That's kind of like the only situation. But yeah, anyways. That's the end of the video. You guys can comment, like, subscribe, do all that fancy jazzy stuff. And yeah, it's pretty interesting to kind of look into it and reading all the DMs and everything like that. I didn't know he was gonna read the actual thing out, but like at least we read the thing here, so we can, you know, so I can show you guys and everything. I usually like reading out the comments or so, or like the tweets. Usually the tweets that I have here and everything, to kind of like break it down and kind of read through it and everything. But yeah. Anyways, that's it. That's the end of the video. Yeah, there's quite a bit. There's quite a bit of short sentences here from there. But yeah. Anyways, that's the end of the video. And just be careful what you're doing. Don't start scalping in the VTuber community. And peace.